guys, welcome back to my channel Mcblush. My name is Muskan for all the people who don't know. I want to keep this intro really small because the video is going to be long. So I recently put up a poll on Instagram asking you guys which Janhvi Kapoor look do you want me to recreate, and the picture that won had 51% of the votes, but the look that did not win had 49% of the looks. But then I thought that was really unfair to the people who voted for the one that had 49%. I decided to recreate both the looks in one video. So this video, the tutorials are going to be short and they're going to be voiceover because I want all the people to get to see whatever look they wanted to see, and there were people who wanted me to create both the looks in different videos, but then I thought why not do it in one video, and here I am. I'm gonna recreate this warm look that she had. It is very everyday with cherry lips, and it was, I really like this picture. It's very similar to my everyday makeup. And the other look that won was this look that I am actually wearing right now. I think it's a very nighttime look. So yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below and tell me if you guys want me to recreate more such celebrity looks. So without making this video any longer than it already is, let's just move on to the actual video. So the first thing I used is this primer by NYX. It's called Honey Dew Me Up. It has little gold flakes in it that make it so pretty. Then I used this pore filling primer by Smashbox in the main parts of my face that have open pores or pores at all. And then the foundation that I used is by Makeup Revolution. It's their fast base stick foundation. As you guys just saw, it is very blendable. I mean, it is very easy to apply and I really like it. The brush that I'm using is the stippling brush by Real Technique, and I actually really like this foundation. I did not apply a lot because it's a very natural everyday kind of a makeup, so I wanted to keep the coverage as low as possible. The concealer that I used is my old trusted concealer, Maybelline Fitme in the shade Sand, and I am going to apply that with this pack brush. And yeah, that's what I'm doing, blending. Before setting my face, I actually did my blush first because it was cream. So the blush that I used is by Becca. It's their beach tint in the shade Watermelon. Janhvi Kapoor had this really pretty watermelon blush on her cheeks, and that is what I went for. Then taking my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, I set my concealer firstly, and then with a big powder brush I just dusted some powder on my face. She did not have a lot of bronzer, so that is why I went in with the butter bronzer by Physicians Formula. I actually got these gifted by the brand. It didn't show up on my face as much, but Janhvi Kapoor also had a really light bronzer, so I think it's fine. Then I fill in my brows with my Browsings palette in the shade 5. I have always used this since the day I started filling my brows, and I love it. Then I curled my lashes. Janhvi Kapoor had really spidery, well-defined lashes, and for that look I used the mascara by Benefit. It's called the Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara. I am obsessed with this mascara right now, and I have been for the past 2-3 months. I love what this mascara does to my lashes. So the trick here was, instead of fanning out my mascara, I pulled my lashes towards inside, like towards my nose, so that gives me an appearance of rounder eyes, and that is what Janhvi Kapoor's eyes are like, and I did that. I also zoomed you in to see what my lashes look like. Then I added some more blush because she had a lot of blush in this picture, and the palette that I used is by BH Cosmetics. It's their nude blush palette, and I used these two colors, and I basically applied blush all over my face because the look Janhvi was wearing, like her makeup, was very warm and very blushy and very fresh, and I think blush is one product that makes your face look very fresh. So yeah, that happened, and the highlighter that I used is by Nykaa. It's their 24K glam highlighter. Like, this shade is 24K glam. And just like the blush, I also applied this everywhere. Not because Janhvi Kapoor had a lot of highlighter, because I am obsessed with highlighters. Then for my lips, I went in with the Gogo tint by Benefit, and this is the perfect shade that she was wearing. And yeah, that's it for the first look, and now quickly let's move on to the second look. So I pulled my hair back and I was looking for the look in my phone for the reference, and I moved on to my makeup. So the primer that I used is by Too Faced. It's the Hangover RX primer. This is the primer that I am using currently and really liking it. It is very nourishing, and it's just a moisturizer with a primer, and I really like it. Also, I went in with my Smashbox photofinish primer in the center of my face where I have pores. Also, this look is really matte, so I also wanted to mattify any dewiness on my skin. The foundation that I used is by Maybelline. It's the Fitme Matte Plus Poreless foundation. This is literally the only matte foundation I have, and I haven't used it in a very long time, so I had to shake it well. And I applied it on my face using the Real Technique Expert Face Brush, and I used very little because I didn't want a lot of coverage. The concealer that I used is by MAC. It's the waterweight concealer. It comes with a dropper, but I like to apply it as an applicator because it just gives me a controlled application. Also, I have a weird rash on my cheek that I tried to cover, but it didn't get covered, so you'll have to ignore that. I applied it everywhere I usually apply concealer, and then I set everything with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I did not hold up the product because that is literally the only powder that I use on my face. Then I took a very fat powder brush and applied it on my face, just mattified everything that was already matte. Then I moved on to eyeshadow. I took this eyeshadow palette by Nykaa. It's called Dare to Bear, I think. And I just basically used every shadow in the palette from light to dark brown. I just kept building the color in my crease. Janhvi Kapoor had really less brown, like it was all smoked brown, so that is what I did, and she had a smudged liner, so I'll do that in a second. Also, I was using this brush that gives me like the perfect application in the crease, like it just fits in my crease perfectly. And then I took a bigger blending brush and just blend everything in, and I just took this kajal by Nykaa on an angled flat brush and applied it very roughly. And then I smudged it in with the eyeshadow applicator that came in with the palette. Um, it wasn't enough, so I actually got my Huda Rose Gold palette and took the black eyeshadow from it, and on a pencil brush I just smudged my kajal liner or whatever. And then I tightlined my eye with the same fat kajal. I really desperately need a new kajal. This has dried up almost. And then I took some brown eyeshadow and smudged that on my lower lash line, and then I blend everything again. The mascara that I used this time was the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. I really like this mascara. I recently reviewed this on my Instagram, so you can go on my Instagram and check out the review for this. I took my Hoola bronzer and I just bronzed up my face. She definitely had some contour, but it wasn't really harsh or anything, so that is why I kept my bronzing soft as well. And the blush that she had on was pretty cool toned, so I used the butter blush by Physicians Formula, and as I said, these were gifted to me by the brand itself at a recent exhibition. And I like the blush more than the bronzer actually, because it at least showed up on my skin, like the shade was right, and it is kind of cool toned, so it goes well with the look. Janhvi Kapoor had a very subtle highlight in this look, so I just took my Amrezi and very lightly applied it on my face. So I applied it on my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, and on my chin. But I applied it very lightly, and then I moved on to my lipstick. This is also very similar. I couldn't find my Bombay by Nykaa. That is also very similar, but this is Le Pondy by Nykaa again, and it's a very similar shade. And I thought that brought us to the end. I just twisted one strand of my hair to match the entire look. Everybody knows I suck at hair, but then I realized I hadn't done my eyebrows, so I filled my eyebrows with my Browsings palette by Benefit. So yeah, I filled my brows, and that brings us to the end of the look. So I hope you guys liked this video and you found it helpful. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. I'll see you super soon in my next video. Until then, bye bye.